Hello everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the RX 460. I've been testing it out. It's actually currently in my original rig that's on my TV, so occasionally I'll play on that. I'll watch TV, I'll watch YouTube, etc. But I'm just showing everybody that could possibly be an option to game on. I got it from eBay, believe it or not. It's a 2 GB model, and I think I got it for $60 or $70 for an RX 460, which is pretty good. I got a i3, I believe it's a 3100 from Micro Center. I got the motherboard. Everything came out to about 300, about 350, 400 almost. Between the processor, the motherboard, I got 16 gigs of DDR4 in there. Um, So it's pretty good. It's a nice looking little rig. I got the computer case for like 20 bucks. It's a piece of work, but yeah, you see here, I'm gonna test out a couple games. I have 3 games in mind. Today we're gonna be playing Rage 2. We're also gonna be playing Borderlands 2 and one of the latest, well not the latest, but one of the Redux Metro Last Light, I believe, Metro 23. So they all had great stories to them. I don't know much about Rage 2, but supposedly it was free with Epic Games, so definitely I don't think it's free anymore, but definitely check it out though. It looks good so far. So I put everything to low so it's like this way it'll be playable. The card's definitely low end. Everyone's looking for like a new low end card to test out and see if they can run with that. And if that'll be enough, then definitely try to make it work. This card is able to play. We play Arc on it occasionally. I'll play Arc. Like I said, it's able to play out most of these games at least low quality. I think it even performs better. Well, my RX 560's a little age. It's got a lot of wear to it, but they perform about the same, honestly, in my opinion. Maybe a little bit off, but the RX 560 has so much wear. It's such an old card. As far as use wise, it's probably got a lot more use out of it. This game looks good though. Definitely a good looking game. Good 3D style shooter.
Our science, our expertise, all aligned, all with one sole purpose. The surgical culling.
Looks like a Spawn character or something.
Reborn. We tear down the defenses. We take
Badass.
compounds. We take the arcs. We raise the settlements and townships to the ground. Tonight marks the beginning of the cleansing. Tonight marks the rebirth.
Have you guys heard of this game before? Rage 2? I think I've seen it. I've seen Rage before back in GameStop when it was on like discount for like a PC game. You know when GameStop used to have the PC games, it was crazy. I liked when they did that. When they had the big old boxes of PC games. They gotta go back to it. But it's hard. I just want to see, just show you guys that it can handle it. If, as you could tell with this video, it's kind of like they're like pixelated. They're kind of not exactly what you want to see. But as far as the game running, be in mind I have a keyboard and mouse. They're wireless. They're not like top of the line. So yeah, there's a little bit of lag with the keyboard and mouse, but you probably won't be able to see that part as far as I could see. But overall, the game played, from what I could tell, fairly well on low. It's a lot of shooting. I took out some of the audio just in case there's any like music or whole 9 yards like that. Because sometimes you get You end up getting a copyright for having stuff like that. I don't know. It's crazy. You can't even stream games these days, you know? I think right here I'm just looking around for extras. You never know. When you play a game, you always want to look around the place. Just check to see if there's any hidden things or weapons or ammo, extra ammo. Even like Easter eggs. You never know. Accuracy's still so bad. Believe it or not, I mean, generally a PC player always play with controller though. This scenario I was playing with keyboard and mouse, and you could tell because I got it. I'm a bit slow with it. Well, I'm not the fastest shooter with this game on keyboard and mouse. Yeah, let me hear you guys' review on this game though. I wasn't able to get a FPS marker on it, but I could tell you it's probably playing way above 30 just by the playability on it. Couple screen tears there I saw. Oh, there you go. That's what everyone's looking to see. Some brutal gore. Dude just gotta take the armor off the guy that's got beheaded. Hey, whatever you gotta do. A little nasty, but alright, alright. This has got a similar like, what is it, like equip and pick up style as Borderlands a little bit. Looks similar. It doesn't quite like fly to you though, but still nice. That's the main thing with these games. They gotta make them, what is it? They have to optimize them. We want to see well optimized games, even if it's not the best game as far as storyline, which just might have a good storyline. I'm not too sure, but it just a matter of me actually playing it fully. But as far as the storyline goes, optimization should always go first, storyline second. Although we all want a storyline, but it's important that your game is optimized for sure. Otherwise, it just won't be playable. Alright, so right here we're going to switch over to the next game. One of my favorites. I sadly I do have to cut out this the intro music. You guys know, good intro. I'm gonna try to keep some of it in, whatever I can. I don't know. We'll see if it even goes through, but
I was born in Moscow, but I remember nothing of that time.
Apparently, there's an
I was
actual
just
book.
an
This
infant
book
when the
I'd
old
probably
world
read.
was destroyed in the flames of
So
nuclear
maybe
fire.
it was probably like book first, game second. But
I,
beautiful game.
along with
Like
40,000 others,
if you
were
play
saved by retreating to
even
the
if you play
metro
the
stations
original,
deep under
the
the city.
Metro, the original Metro, like it's still a beautiful game. Like
Now, 20 years have
whatever they
passed.
did to it, I don't
I'm
really
growing up into the
notice
embrace of an
that
endless
much
winter
because
was left
it
for the
was already a
few
nice game
brave
and
souls.
incredible for its time too.
The metro was our
And when
home,
you go to through the storyline, and
and
I
our
remember
fortress
beating it
against
like,
the nightmarish mutants who
oh man,
roam
it
the
was a long time
tunnels.
ago, years ago. I beat it years ago. I haven't beat it in a while, but I remember
Still,
beating it, like the whole story.
we
Just
never
play
gave
through
up
it. That's
hope
all
that
I'm
we would
saying.
return to the surface.
Beat the game and just enjoy
But one day,
the whole
a
story.
new threat appeared,
And this
and
game's
we
got it
found
all
ourselves in a war to
as
determine the
far
very
as
existence of our
it
species.
being optimized, very optimized at this day and age. Very optimized, very good. Um, Interesting gameplay, interesting storyline. It's just one of those things I would 100% recommend. No, I don't know too much about the newer ones. I think I tried them. I got a little, end up getting a little bored. The newest one, the Redox, you can't go wrong. And on top of that, this is a RX 460 playing this playing a Redox version of Metro 2033 and actually running it. So you know, you don't always need the most expensive card to be able to run these games that they're trying to push this out. They're like, oh, you need a freaking 3090 to run a game. No, you don't. It's just what you want, you know. Um, at that point, it's really just what you want. Same thing with me though. I'm the same way, you know. I want something nice, um, but it's just what is at this point. It's um, what's the word? Practical. It's like practicality, in my opinion. Definitely like what's practical, because if you get $1,000 graphics card, you look back to 2012, 2013, when the high end for graphics cards, this is when the R9 200 series was out. The R9 270s, R9 280s, 290s, 290 Fury. You know how much these cards were top end? That R9 295, Fury Mini, top high end R9 390. These did not hit over $600. The 270 was $200. The R9 390 was barely 350. And these are high end cards. So that's my complaint. You guys, we're all paying double, triple for a high end card than what they would have been in 2012. It's not even that this is MSRP. So, yeah, that's my complaint. There you go. Um, the practicality is though, I want to spend, $140 for a mid-range card, $200 for a mid-range card, and that's what's practical. I don't all these MSRPs for low-end cards, like the 350 is supposed to be a low-end card. Apparently, I don't know how it's going to be. It's probably not going to be that low end. Still probably going to have good, um, but they want 250 and up for it for their low end model. So, you know, or maybe it's a mid range. I don't know. You tell me what you guys are thinking. I'm thinking it's messed up. I remember when um, The RX 5700 came out and it was $530. This was for a mid-range, maybe a higher range card at the time, 2019. So 530, the most I've ever spent on a card at the time in 2019, 530. So, it was just the newest card. It was a good, nice card, and if you guys, for you guys mining out there, it's a great card for mining, etc. Keep the gaming, but um, yeah, it's better. I bought the RX 6700 XT model for 630, 680 after tax, etc. But the same thing. It's like practicality. You know, I don't know. You know, you should be. It shouldn't be this much to play a game. It's simple, but for 680, you can't complain really. It's just that's MSRP at least, and at least I didn't pay 800 to 1,000. That's good. That's how we're getting taught though. That's what we're getting taught. At least you didn't pay 1,200. So you got to look at it that way. All right, let's get to the game though. Let's get back to it. Um, this game's pretty difficult. 2033. I feel like it's easier than the others when it comes down to it. Any game that makes you like look for like gas masks and like you run out of air, any game that like times you to do something usually makes it just a little bit harder. So I'm actually playing it at 100 FPS. That's crazy. But yeah, if you're getting time to um, like go in and out and do all the tasks, then yeah, the game could be a little bit more difficult. Especially if like with me, I have a hard time with open world games. This isn't really open world. This is kind of like you're going almost one direction, maybe a few other directions here and there. But open world games, I get lost a lot. Generally tend to not finish them. Um, Oftentimes, I'll get like guides to show me kind of where to go. So if I was playing like Legend of Zelda, you know how open those can be, or I've been watching the Tomb Raider game a little bit, but I noticed that's pretty. I mean, you still have to think a little bit about what you're doing, so it makes it a little harder. That's not too bad though. It's all in a particular direction. I feel like a game like I did manage to beat them both. Um, what are the two games I'm thinking of? Just a moment, just a moment. I'll think about it. All right, Fallout 4. Um, yeah, Fallout 4, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Those two games, they have a lot of gameplay involved, gameplay hours. They physically made, I don't know, 500 hours of gameplay plus, I believe, for both of those games. If not, it just feels like they have. So if you get sidetracked in the least, some like even slightly sidetracked with these kind of games, you're gonna be way off. You're just not gonna be able to beat the game. Because with me, I got sidetracked. I didn't know what to do, and I got confused and lost. So I looked up, oh, this mission. What's next? So they would literally say, oh, go there, go here. That's it. That's how you beat it. So again, Borderlands 2. What do you guys think? I'm saying Borderlands 1 is better, but Borderlands 2 brought a little bit more, like a little bit to add. They added a little bit more to not the story, but to the gameplay itself. They added a little bit more, which is kind of cool. As they go on every year, I feel like every game they add to the series, they try to add a little bit. That's what they have to do, though. A lot of my friends just tell me, these games aren't adding anything to make the games better, and they have to add, otherwise the game's going to be boring. You look at Call of Duty, Battlefield, you know, it's not uncommon to hear that they're not adding to the games. I think they're adding to the games a little bit, but occasionally it would be like, oh, well, maybe they're moving backwards. You know, it's just like, how much more can you do? They're doing good though. Don't mind my mouse on the screen there. I don't know what I'm doing.
Call them vault hunters. Our story begins with them, and with a man named Handsome Jack.
Oh, downset of using these older cards, the ARX 460, the ARX 560. I think it's a 2015 or a 2016 card. They're a little older. I believe they're, you know, they are updated, but they're just updated oddly. Um, I'm sure they're not 100% up to date either. They're just a little older cards. So all the drivers are just kind of funky. There we go. Music starts here, but you know, I'm gonna add some rock, some heavy jams. But here we are. It's playing the cutscenes, playing these are 3 games. It's playing well. The other game played at 110 FPS. These cutscenes are 30 FPS. Probably, we're gonna stay fairly even. It's probably set to 30 too, so you know it might play. If it wasn't like locked at 30, it might play even better than that. This at 1080p too. Probably low quality. No.
It's cute that y'all think you're the heroes of this little adventure, but you're not. Welcome to Pandora, kiddos.
Alright, so we get to pick our characters. I usually pick Commando. I like to get in there. Usually they have you do, I think the Commando usually has like a drop down turret. A few things change game by game though. Here's Claptrap. Used to have Borderlands 3. I bought it, instantly returned it back, and when I returned it, the GameStop gave me like a couple bucks. It was like crazy. It's just because of the old COVID pandemic that really messed it up. All their prices, sale prices, like resale or however, buyback prices are really bad. They weren't doing too well. Now they're doing a lot better, but still. There we are. I like how a lot of these games, especially Borderlands, they work you from the ground up, so as if you don't know what you're doing at all. This is how they're gonna teach you how to play it, just like with a simple tutorial. This is one of those games where it's pretty straightforward. They're always showing you where to go. No problem. The thing I like about Borderlands is definitely their art style. One of my favorites, I think. Sets it apart from a lot of the other new games. But my favorite Borderlands so far that's been able to keep me going is Borderlands 1. I could play that any day and never gets boring. Even if I play it like multiplayer, multiplayer is fun. I was trying to get into this multiplayer, I just never really got down into it. Oof. I think right here I actually got confused for a second. I'm like, what's going on? What? Little doggy door. There we go. That's the money right there. Picking up all the ammo. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Grabbing that money. So confused what's going on sometimes with this game. Like, what is he doing? You level up pretty quick if you like. I like to grind. I'll sit back and I'll just level up. In this case, I'm pretty much just showing you very briefly. I go into just the basics of like locations, how well they perform, how well it's going to perform right out of the box, pretty much. So, that's going to stress it out a little bit. But there's no problems as far as gaming. This just shows you like a guideline basically of where the card's at, and hopefully this will help you guys see what kind of card you have. Especially check out my other videos. I have a couple different cards, different price ranges. Um, the HC 6870 was $40. The RX 560 I got for 100. The RX 460 I got for 70 plus tax, etc. So just look into them a little bit. Look around. You might be able to find them for about the same price as that. Good prices if you ask me. But again, thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe. At the bottom will be my Firstrade and my Robinhood links. Feel free to use those. Set yourself up with a investing account if you like. Again, thank you again, everyone, for watching. Please enjoy your day, and I will just talk to everyone soon.